Welcome back to my blanket fort. So I learned a new word just now, Procrustean, in a general systems philosophy for the social and behavioral sciences, in which John Sutherland uses this word a couple times, and I was kind of surprised that I did not know this word before. Procrustean. Something is Procrustean when it tries to one size fits all, when it tries to take different things and transform them in ways they should not be transformed to fit an ideal in which everything is the same. And it comes from this Greek myth about Procrustes, and Procrustes had this iron bed in his house, and all the visitors to his house he would make fit in his iron bed, including stretching them or shrinking them in horrible ways. I kind of like the horrific undertones that make it not just one size fits all. One size fits all is annoying, but Procrustean is horrific. So earlier today, you had the interesting comment that do people tend to create theories of mind that follow the technology of the time? So now the computational theory of mind is very popular, and computers are also, the big dominant technology everyone's excited about. And maybe there's an industrial revolution theory of mind where the mind is an assembly line, that kind of metaphor. I was reading this book on systems philosophy, it's from the 70s, and this book says that one of the problems in science is people not thinking of the whole as more than the sum of its parts. Like, you do all the little bits of the experiment, you have all your separate subjects, each viewed separately, and then you just have all the data, and that just leads to science. That's not really true. We need big paradigm shifts. We need overarching theories in order to be efficient about how we do science and understand and make any of it make any sense. So it made me think about this the whole is more than the sum of its parts thing. But the 70s was not the Industrial Revolution. So now Sutherland is quoting Laszlo. In fact, he's quoting the same book that I quoted to you just 2 videos ago, talking about whole is more than the sum of its parts. And Laszlo says, "Science cannot even perform this feat for a set of 3 parts. It's quite hopeless to think it can do it for any of the more complex phenomena it comes across." So Laszlo is making a practical argument that even if we could, in theory, understand the whole based on its parts, practically we can't. I just read the book being quoted here, and I totally did not pick up when I read it just last week that he's referencing the 3-body problem. And it's making me think of nomenclature, maybe just because I'm all into words, because I just learned this great new word, Procrustean. There is a strong difference between a theory and a conjecture. The 3-body problem is not just a question. This is at the opposite end, right? If we have conjectures that can upgrade to theories, can we have problems or questions that are upgraded to problems? Because the 3-body problem is not just a question. It's not just something we haven't figured out yet. It's not that we just don't know how to do the math to do the physics for 3 bodies in motion, with gravity between them and all that, or whatever subatomic forces, depending if you're looking at subatomic particles or whatever. We know, we have proven that you cannot do it analytically. You can do approximations. So I like the idea of using the word problem in the same way we use the word theory. That it's only a problem if we have proven that we actually know that it can be solved. Or else it's less of a problem and more just a question that we're still trying to answer. I don't know. look into my closet. Looks like my light is out, but let's talk about clothes. Emily, I loved what you had to say about choosing an outfit being a creative warm-up for the day. And I think this might be exactly why I don't like choosing outfits. Usually when I wake up, I'm ready to go, because I've probably been working late the night before, so I wake up ready to pick off right where I left off. I often will get up and in the first minute I'm awake, my laptop's already open and I'm typing. So these are 5 of the same, I guess it's called a dress, although on me it's more like a shirt. And then I have these leggings. I found a kind of ultra long skinny legging that I like, so I have that in 5 colors. These jeans I found in a specialty tall store, jeans that actually fit me, so I have these in 4 colors. This is the only extra long pair of women's cargo pants I have ever found anywhere. They're like 411 tactical pants. I have these in 4 colors. Here, now you're gonna... Socks are easy, so I can just have all my socks, the same exact sock, in one boring color. Arm warmers, I have 2 different types. I have this one, which, you know, when they fit, I bought in all the colors they had, and this is actually thigh-high socks, which I bought in like 5 different colors and cut the feet off of. So I'm happy to have found pants I like in my life, and pockets, and arm warmers. Someday I will find the perfect shirt, and I will just buy all of them in every color. And underwear! You wouldn't think! Underwear is such a simple, stupid thing to not be able to ever find any that fit you. This blue thong is the only pair of underwear I've ever found that's like truly comfortable, and immediately I went back to try and buy like 100 of them, and there were no more. The thing was gone. So, I'm so mad about that. I could rant for hours on how annoying and difficult it is to find clothes that fits me, but nobody is sympathetic towards the complaining of a tall, skinny person about how difficult it is to find clothes that fit, or how annoying it is to have to eat all the time, or how annoying it is to get so much attention from annoying dudes and street harassment. So, our culture does a pretty good job of pretending that there's an ideal, that if only you can be this or that, everything will be easy. Everyone wants to sell you something and tell you if only you had this or did that or looked like this. But here's the thing. Procrustean has 2 beds, and he'll bring out whichever one fits you the least, just for the pleasure of tearing you apart and blaming you for not fitting.